Hello, so this is a short video to show the skill rotation I'm recommending when you're at level 25 and you're coming into the Frostkeep. As you can see, I'm a bit further ahead, but that's so I can make sure I can show you the entire stream. Because I'm not level 25, I am only level 40? I am level 40, so it's a bit different. The skills I have down here, these are all the skills you'll mainly see me using. These are all skills you will have learned at level 25. So all the skills I have here you will know at level 25. There is nothing here that isn't a level 25 skill. Now, I'm not going to bother putting on the pledges because there's no point. This is just a short video, but in normal situations I would have either put on my pledge of duty or my pledge of power. Independent. If I wanted extra DPS, I'd do pledge of power, and if I wanted extra defense, I'd put on pledge of duty, but I'm not going to bother at the minute. Right, so we're going to go for this ancient protector over here. No. Sorry, that Yeti pre-saying freeze and die made me thought he was attacking me. So first of all, let's grab his attention with a weapon throw. And that activates this skill. As you can see, that drags them back, so that brings him really nicely. There you go, so that is pretty much a full rotation, and then kind of what you can do after the full rotation. So you start off with a weapon toss, especially if you're at a distance, and that doesn't do a great deal of damage, as you can see, compared to some of my other skills. But what it does do is make sure their attention's on you, which, especially as you're a guardian, you're going to be the tank of your party. You want to make sure you've always got your target's attention. This then activates Liberty Arc. Liberty Arc will only work after something else is attacked, after you've used another skill. You can't use Liberty Arc as a starting skill. And as you saw, that does cause a little bit of knockback, which leads really nicely into Justice Force, which has a range, and then Binding, which then links into Binding Summons, which again is nice because that drags the enemy back to you. Then you get into this lovely long line queue here. So there's no link between Binding Summons and what I'd call the second half of your rotation. I use Shield Smite because then that links into Prevailing Blow. And then again, there is no link between Prevailing Blow and Rising Truth, but because of the fact Dominant Virtue, it links then to Dominant Virtue, which links to Sentencing Blow. Rising Truth is a good middle skill there. So then you've got Dominant Virtue, which is a nice comboing attack. And then you have Sentencing Blow, which, as you can see, is quite powerful. And then that is technically the end of the what I would call the combo chain, but I would always then follow it up with a kick, especially if the enemy's not dead by then, because you can do some knock up, and it's really nice and just does that little bit of extra damage. And then, as you saw there, if the enemy isn't dead by the time you've done this long combo, and as you can see, his health was quite low by the end of the combo. There's a couple of things you can do. As you can see, since I've got this on a nice long queue, I sometimes go into my crowd control skills, so Hakon's Grasp, Bonds of Law, or as you saw I was demonstrating there, I went into Justice Slash, which isn't the most powerful skill in the world, as you can see, but it's a nice middling skill while you're waiting. It's a nice quick skill that will always work while you're waiting for other skills to cool down. So it's a nice little school just to keep doing a little bit of DPS just while skills are cooling down. And then, as you saw, I went back into my Shield Smite and Prevailing Blow and restarted the combo just later in. So that's the main thing, is you're not going to get the full queue cooling down that quickly. I mean, I haven't got a great deal of cooldown on my character. That's something I'm going to be working on. There you go, I've only got a 9% cooldown out of the 50% I could have. This is why, and I'm not talking about skills too deeply in my guide, but this is why cooldown is recommended on Guardians, is because it lets you use all these skills really, really, really quickly. So I'm going to show you one more time. Let's go get this Protector. The only kind of downside to this, especially without adding Liberty Arc, is at a distance it can be quite difficult to go from weapon toss into Liberty Arc. Sometimes you might find it easier just to go up to them and use Justice Slash. It depends whether you're wanting them to come to you or whether you'd rather go to them, which will depend in part on your playstyle. I play fairly aggressive, so I will probably more often do this. So there you go. That is a short little video demonstration on your skills that you will own at level 25 and the rotations you should be getting used to when you reach level 25. Because a lot of the other skills you're going to be getting either are things like Safeguard, which aren't part of your normal skill rotation, so it doesn't really it won't affect the skill rotation you've got here, or slot in the beginning or at the end of your skill rotation. So you need to get used to this kind of, especially this on single targets. This is very important, and is basically where all your DPS comes from. And this is coming from a class which, you know, whenever you look at people talking about DPS, Guardians are never high up. I think we are the lowest DPS dealing class, maybe next to the Priest. I mean, so yeah, this is extremely important, especially if you're playing solo and you don't have things like Berserkers and Assassins and Wizards backing you up. You're going to need to make sure you're comboing, getting as much of your debuffs on, because a lot of these combos do defense decrease debuffs on the enemy. So you're going to make sure you want to get those up so that you're giving yourself as much of a chance as possible. So yes, that is my video on level 25, what you should be comboing and how you should be comboing your skill rotations on a single target. I hope you enjoyed, I hope you found this useful, and I will see you soon. You're adding in some of your skills you'll be learning by the time you get to the current level cap at this time of recording, which is level 40. And how your other skills will add in, and also talking at your about crowd control rotations, which is a little harder at level 25, but it gets much easier, I promise you.